2. Our lesson for this week is about verbs, the progressive and perfect aspect. Learning competencies. At the end of this video lesson, you are expected to 1. Compose clear and coherent sentences using aspects of verb, and 2. Familiarize clear and coherent sentences using aspects of verb. Let us first have a review. Last time, we have discussed verbs. Verbs are action words. Examples: play, walk, and run. We also discussed that there are 4 types of verb aspects, namely simple, progressive, perfect, and perfect progressive. Let's have the simple aspect. Under simple aspect, we have the simple present tense, the simple past tense, and the simple future tense. Things to remember in simple aspect. If the subject is singular, use the S form of a verb. If the subject is plural and or pronouns I and you, use the base form of a verb. How do we form the past tense? The past simple is usually formed by adding D, ED, or IED to the base form of the verb. Other verbs form their past tense by totally change in spelling. The simple future tense. We use will or shall plus base form of a verb. Okay, let us now proceed to our next lesson. Are you ready? We will discuss the progressive aspect. Under progressive aspect, we have the present progressive. Expresses ongoing actions. Remember, use be verb, am, is, are, plus ing form of a verb. What are the signal words for present progressive? The signal words for the present progressive are at the moment, now, just now, right now. Let's have examples. The students are taking the test now. We have plural subjects, students. Our verbs are taking. So since we have plural subjects, we use are plus the ing form of verb take. Number 2, the teacher is preparing the lessons. So, teacher is our subject and it is singular. So, we use is for our verbs plus the ing form of the verb prepare. Next, I am dancing with the music. So, our subject is the pronoun I, singular. So for the pronoun I, we will use the be verb am plus the ing form of the verb dance. Letter B, the past progressive. When do we use the past progressive? The past progressive is used when we talk about something which was happening at a special time in the past. It is also called past continuous. Remember, use be verb was or were plus the ing form of a verb. Was is the past form of is. Were is the past form of are. The past progressive expresses an action in progress at some specific point of time in the past. Examples: Timmy was walking to the office at 7 this morning. So we have singular subject, Timmy. That's why we use the be verb was plus the ing form of the verb walk. Number 2, I was preparing for the church at 6 o'clock yesterday. So we have the subject, I, and then the be verbs was plus the ing form of the verb prepare. The past progressive also express a past action simultaneous with another event. Example: they were preparing for the party when the visitors came. So we have plural subject. That's why we use the verbs were plus the ing form of the verb prepare. Letter C. The future progressive expresses an action that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. Remember, use will or shall plus be plus ing form of a verb. Example: Trina will be graduating from elementary this year. So our subject is Trina. Our verbs will be graduating. Next, the grade 5 pupils will be attending a mass tomorrow. Our subject, grade 5 pupils. Our verb will be attending. Number 3, the perfect aspect. Under perfect aspect, we have the present perfect. Expresses an action that began in the past and continues to the present time. Example: Sheila has been a Girl Scout since last year. Subject, Sheila. So our verb has been. A very recently completed action, often with just. Example: Berta has just baked cookies. Subject, Berta. Verbs, has just baked. I have called the plumber. Subject, I. Verbs, have called. Remember, if the subject is singular, use has plus the past participle of a verb. If the subject is plural and or pronouns I and you, use have plus the past participle of a verb. Letter B. The past perfect is used to express an action that was completed before another action took place at some definite time in the past. Remember, use had plus past participle of a verb. How do we form the past participle of regular verbs? For regular verbs, adding ed to the base form creates the past participle. Let's have examples of past participle for regular verbs. So we have column for present, past, and past participle. For present, we have accept, past accepted, past participle accepted. Achieve, achieved, achieved. Add, added, added. Allow, allowed, allowed. Boil, boiled, boiled. Behave, behaved, behaved. Brush, brushed, brushed. Bury, buried, buried. Chew, chewed, chewed. Clap, clapped, clapped. How do we form the past participle of irregular verbs? Past participles formed from irregular verbs may have endings like en, t, d, and n. Examples of past participle for irregular verbs. So we have column for present, past, and past participle. We have burn for present, past, burn or burned, past participle, burns. Present, bust, past, bust, past participle, bust. Okay, next, dare, dared, dared. Dig, dug, dug. Do, did, done. Draw, drew, drawn. Drink, drunk, drunk. Drive, drove, driven. Dwell, dwelt, dwelt. Eat, ate, eaten. Let's have examples in a sentence. Some supporters had already left before they proclaimed the elected officers. Letter C. The future perfect expresses a future action that will be completed before a specific future time. Remember, use will or shall plus have plus past participle of a verb. Example, Migs will have memorized the song by the end of this week. By 2 o'clock tomorrow, Balt will have taken off for Laguna. Okay, that's the end of our discussion. Did you understand our lesson? That's super! Let us now proceed to learning tasks. Learning task 5. Copy the table below in your notebook. Then identify the forms of the verbs study and prepare using the aspect of verbs indicated in column 1. Be guided by the example in column 2. So we have 4 columns here. First column, the aspects of verb. Second column is the given example. Third column, the word study. Fourth column, the word prepare. So simple present of the study is study or studies. For prepare, we have prepare, or prepares. Now, it's your time to answer the rest of the activity. Okay, let's move on to learning task 6. Compose clear and coherent sentences using the given verbs and their aspects. Write your sentences in your notebook. So we have 3 columns here. First column, verbs. Second column, aspects. And the third column is for sentences. So let's have the example. Verb to be used is make. Simple present. Ulysses makes recycled and reusable crafts. Okay, now do the rest of the activity. Class, how are you? Did you learn something today? Wow, that's great! That's the end of our lesson. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to notify you in my next video lessons.